Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn how can we merge several LAS files from different sources. We also learn how can we merge several LAS curves into a single curve. So this is an example. We have several LAS files for a while. This is a where we export data. This is the picture. This is the plot. So we have basically we have core porosity. It was already shifted by means of core gamma ray or whatever on the source. So we have a horizontal core permeability and vertical core permeability. So this is the data. Okay, so we have both here the original core data as well as the shifted one. Usually you get only the original and you make the shifting. It's quite easy in geology. Okay, so let's have a look on the data itself. You hit on edit table. This is the shifted data, and this is the unshifted. So you see here that just top them out here. This is the original, and this is the shifted. Hold on, porosity here. This is the shifted porosity, and this is the original porosity. So okay, so you see that this value, 13.85% is the same. So it's shifted. And 0.507, 0.507. So this it was shifted. Okay, good. So deselect and the display. Good. So this is what LAS file with core data only in this particular case. And we also have some curves like this one and this one. Good. So here on the left side, we have the sun curves and shown shallower depths. These are the collection of what we have. Okay, caliper, gamma ray, many other stuff, sonic transepti and so forth. Okay, so in this well, the same well, for this LAS file for the same way, we have similar curves. In some cases are the same, but they are available for deeper depths. Like this one, for instance, you see gamma ray here is available starting from 9402. Here, the gamma ray only is available up to 9349. So there is a gap, and from here to there, more or less, there is a gap on gamma ray. There is a void information that we cannot complete somewhere. So in some cases you have gaps data. In other cases you have overlays. For instance, you look at the ball density, rho B here, and here we have rho Z. So both are ball density. So ball density here is available from, that is the brown curve here, is available from here up to there. But in this well, it is available from here to there. So there is an overlay from, we have common value from here, not common value, we have uh, duplicated signals or overlaying curve from here to there. Okay, so we're going to learn also how can we merge this piece that is overlaid, this region with this region. Here is no problem because this is available here but not available here. This is available here but not available here. But we'll see how to process the depth interval when there is a collision, to say, from some way or something. We have also have microspherical focus lock. That is the very shallow resistivity or the flow-shown resistivity. This dotted blue curve. So it is available from here to there. The minus 99 disappears. Okay. Okay, so there is a gap in there. Good. So we are going to learn how to process this, to merge the LAS file to convert it into a single LA file, um, and that's it. And also to merge the LAS curves. After you done the process, the final result should look something like this one. This is the final process we want to have. So we have one log with equations. We have all the data merged, process interpretation, the gas cap, core data. We have everything. So this is the final goal. Okay, good. Okay, so let's start with the core data. Let's have a look on that again. It looks nice. Okay, let's learn something that is how to make a trend curve out of core data. So there are several ways. We can make a stepwise linear interpolation that will be bouncing all the time, and we can make a smooth trend. So let's how to see that. Let's how to do that. So you work with workflow. Say uh, for instance, core porosity linear interpolation. Okay, something like that. So okay, so open that, assign an output for fee core linear interpolated. These units is volume divided by volume. Okay, so linear interpolated. Linearly interpolated. Interpolate. Core porosity. Okay, so we are going to produce a new card out from the original core data. You remember that the core data have gaps. It's a collection of points. Okay, if one measure at these depths, then have one other depth, one foot difference. So there is a void gap. So that is a discrete information. Has some gaps like here. That is absolutely normal. There is some other gaps here. That is absolutely normal. So this is not a continuous curve, but a sparse core data. Okay, let's go to functions. Now makes a linear interpolation. Okay, so you select this one. So the curve is start with porosity is 7. Start number 7. You hit here number 7, and that's it. Linear interpolation is enough for this particular example. So we're going to make a linear interpolation that touches each core data point. So on a smooth trend, which is will be the next, we don't have to touch, but will be an over smoothing, an average smoothing, something like that. Moving average smoothing. So let's see what happens. So you hit calculate. Okay, good. So okay, it created. Okay, this is the original curve. We created a new one. It appended a new one. Fico linear. The specs we define. Fico linear. Fico linear. Okay, very good. Let's make a plot out of that and see how it behaves. Okay, you go to step tracks, the core port track. This one, step 2 is what? Step 2 the field. Alright, so let's make, I don't know, maybe red or something. Something like that, red. So choose the same scale, 0 to 0 0.3. 0.3. Solid, maybe diffused. Let's see how it behaves. Okay, well, this is the linear interpolation. It bounces a lot. So perhaps it is not what you really want. So it connects the points, the core points, through straight lines. Okay. You see the gap here? Let me go smaller. Okay. We have control on how to fill these gaps. So this gap from here to here is around 38 feet from here to there, this gap. And this gap is 15. So we can ask geoloil to fill the gaps, say 20 feet, so we can fill the gap from here to here, but leave this one blank. So the reason is that, well, you may fill data, but don't go too much. So if you have a huge gap of 50 feet or something, don't try to make any interpolation at all, because the geological environment could be completely different. But let's try as an exercise, make a fill this gap, but not this one. So from here again, we have 17.9. Okay, so 4.2. So the gap is 10. So make. Do you remember what 17.9? Let's put 20. And we calculate. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. You see? And now the gap disappears and make an interpolation. We try to you may also fill this gap. So this gap is 40 feet. So we can ask, well, even fill the gaps with 50 feet or something. Go to 50. 40 will cover it. That's it. Everything is filled. You can do that, but that does not mean that you should do that. This is an exaggeration. So basically, you may go with the default or something like that. Maybe go towards, if it was 10, keeping 10. Okay, I think this is reasonable. So let's try to make a different type, not an interpolation, now a trend. So this is bouncing to the left, bouncing to the right, whatever. So there is noise also in measurements and lab quality data, whatever. So let's make a smooth curve. So let me toggle off temporarily the one we did, this one, toggle off this one. Okay. Let's make a smooth trend, something like that. Okay, so function workflow make another function, append a new one to the end. Maybe call this one phi core trend. Okay. Okay, open. Okay, put the mnemonic output. Let's call phi core trend. Okay, this is volume divided by volume. A smooth trend of core porosity. Okay, transform, these are mathematical transform. In this case will be the item 3. So again, the original curve, the asterisk is the one that were already plotted. The number 7, okay, let's keep the gap as 10. And this is the bandwidth. So in a bandwidth of 2.3 feet, we are going to smooth with kernel interpolations. That's kernel regression, properly said. Okay, let's calculate that and see how it behaves. It's done. Okay, let's plot that. Import space. The new computation is at the end. So this is the trend. This is the trend. So let's choose a color, maybe black, and the same scale, 0.0.3, 0 to 0.3. So okay, I don't know, maybe see, let's do that. Okay, beautiful. Well, it's similar, but we have a trend. We are not connecting the spiky points, the extreme points with one point with another. So it looks good, but we can put a larger bandwidth and smooth more. You have control of that. So to do that, you remember the bandwidth was 2.3. I don't know, make something like 5.1. Calculate and go. Let's see. Okay, file smooth. Okay, so we have trends. We have the same control on gap, so we can fill this gap from here to there. Let's delta TVD is 18. Let's put like 20. Put a gap of 20 and see it will feel somehow that. Okay. Okay, you see, interpolate. So we have seen how to interpolate core points to connect with straight lines, and also how to build trends that they don't necessarily pass through the data point, they don't touch necessarily the data point, probably will not. But we have say a better statistical behavior is trying to smooth its own errors and fix the trend and avoid the noise. Very good. Okay, so we have set here also a smooth trend for horizontal permeability, this one, this magenta curve, and vertical permeability for trends. So we added these questions. We can update all at the same time. This one, that's in that order. And that's it. Good, so we are going to have this core data and merge with other two LES files. So you may save your work, let's do that. Okay, let's toggle off the plotting of those. These ones. Okay, so save that. Dock. Okay, let's make a mark here so we know that this is core points. Okay, you can place a mark just to remind you. These are the core points. These are the other ones. The other LES file. This is one LES file that has shallow data, and this other one has deeper data. Okay, so we have to make now a bare file that contains everything that you should put inside. That is a skeleton. Okay, so you have to take notice of the. Okay, let's put this. Okay, let's mark this gas here, and the other, the bottom part. Let's put this in here. Okay, so we have to take note. Okay, this is the one with core. This is the one in the shallowest part, gas, and this is the one with water. And this will be something like the final problem that make mark this with this square. Okay, you go to edit table, we select, so we have the data, the shallowest data is 9126. For this one, the shallowest data is 9100. Okay. This one, the shallowest data we have is 92. So the shallowest, we try to put all of the same time. Okay. The shallowest point, 9100, 9250, 9126. The shallowest is 9100. So let's make an LAS template. So you hit on File, New Blank LAS file. So we want to start the start date from 9100. 9100. The depth step, okay, this one, you have to decide. You can put everything you want, but the most typical standard is 0.5 foot, which is okay. You can put 1, whatever you want. If you think you have high resolution, you can take 0.25, whatever, but usually 0.5 in most of the cases is enough. It's good. 0.5 or 0.50. Good. Okay, now we have to assess the deepest depth. Okay, good. Let's minimize this one, and it's here my window. So let's go to the deepest depth. The deepest depth here is 9350. For this one is 9500. Okay, and for the core, put the core here. For the core, we have something like that. You see? Yeah, that one. Okay, compare here, the trends are continuous curves, and the original core data is not continuous. So select this one compared with this one. Okay, it has gaps, and the trend was continuous. Good. So the deepest depth of the collection is between this value, and this value. The deepest depth is 9,500, 9,500. Okay, good. Let me minimize this. This. The new blank LS file puts 9,500. Good. Now we have the option to follow a template of the parameters and whatever, something like that. Maybe this one. To the right. Okay, you see parameters and well info. Okay, let's try to import this data from here. So optional copy well section and parameter from, so we can copy this data. Let's try now. And here it is. Okay, so it will copy the well information and parameter from this file. Okay, create the LAS template, and it's working, and let's see what it does. Okay, this is it. So, well, it's an empty template, a placeholder simply. Good. So well info, okay, it copied the same well info, the other one, the same parameters, the same distribution. That's it. Of course, you can modify, edit whatever you want. The start, well, your start depth is 9100. 9100. Okay, and the deepest depth is 9500. Okay, good. Perfect. It knows somehow. Okay, 0.5 is the depth. Good. Okay, this is our bare empty template. We can save this. Save this as, I don't know, something. Well, you say whatever you want. Maybe layer, not layer. Gas template. Well, any name you want. Gas template. Or gas placeholder. Well, this is not necessary. Okay, so it's saved here. Gas template. Yeah, it's saved. Okay, saved. Okay, now we're going to put everything into this template file. We have enough capacity of depth from 9100 to 9500. So we have enough allowance. So let's start with the shallowest part. This one. To upper right here. Okay. Select curves. Okay. So we want to take all this core information and put here. Okay, so these are continuous curves. That is something from core data, which are not continuous. They are isolated points or dots. It's different. So you go to the curves menu, and they are curves. They are continuous curves. So you are going to say export curves, this one, but you have to select what are the curves. Points for core data. So you select all of this. You select export curves and save maybe shallow curves, something like that. Shallow curves. Okay. Have a look at this table. Okay, it spans from 91 down to 9350. So let's import that. Let's see. So you go to the template you already created. You go to curves. Now you are going to import those. You go to import curves. It was saved here. Number. Okay, shallow curve. This one. Shallow curves. Import ASCII curve. So you'll know there is a curve and it will try to interpolate. That's it. Okay. Okay, let's have a look. We deselect. Well, let's see all of them together. Edit table. Okay. The same. Okay, something like this and something like this. Okay, it's perfectly interpolated. So it goes the deeper here. This LAS goes to 9350. 9350. And here, see what happens. It imported all the data. Okay, but it imported up to 9350. After that, there is no other information at all. So what Yellow did, what is the right thing to do, is to put blank, is to put minus 99.25 value. That is the standard for my information. Okay, so we have that for that LAS file. Now, okay, select rows. minimize this one. Select, you don't need to deselect, but anyway. Deselect. Okay, we have this information. Now go to the deepest LAS file, the remaining section. This one, remember this one? Okay, the deepest one. So these one are also curves. They are continuous curves. Here's a continuous curve. Here is void minus 99999. They start here with caliper. Look at the caliper, very stable, almost a constant. That is the green curve, and the plutonium potential are nothing in gamma ray, minus 99. But here comes gamma ray, the whole set of the three curves are there. Okay, good. So we are going to click on the curve section, and we have to export, highlight this, and export curves, not as points, curves. So let's call that deep curves. Well, deepest, something like that. Okay. You may deselect, but you don't need to deselect. Well, let's keep it there. You go, okay. Again to curves. Import curves. Okay. Now we have to import the deepest. Well, that's a tight smash here. Deepest curves. And it goes to the end. Good. So let's have a look on the whole table. Okay, very long. Good. Okay, so let's compare the gamma rays. This is like too much. So let's compare the gamma ray. We have here one gamma ray. You now hit Control and click. Let's compare it to gamma rays. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so start the shallowest gamma ray. This one. And then you go deeper here. This is the gamma ray from the first LAS and the gamma ray from the deepest LAS. Okay, there is a gap here. You see that? And then the second one. This is because, let me move this to the left. This is the shallow and this is the deep one. This is the gap. From here, it goes nothing there, and goes to here. So we have data, we have a gap here, another here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, this is with gamma ray. So we have data, we have a gap, and then more data here. We have a gap in the middle. Good. Now let's have a look on other curves. Let's compare also maybe the ball density. This ball density, the original shallowest and the deepest. Let's see on those. You should be able to save it all the time. You can save them all at the same time. One is a lot, whatever. Edit table. Okay, so we need to compare row B with this row Z. Okay, so let's see what is the pattern. It is going to the left and the other to the right. So well, this is interesting. Here we have, towards the left, the shallowest LAS file. We have coverage of data from here to there, and then in the deepest we have from here to there. So we have instead of a gap, we have an overlay. We have a common intersection. We have values that may have collision from here to here, from this piece to there. So we have to solve that collision. There are several ways you can do that, and how to merge curves. Okay, let's minimize and see. So we have an overlay here. We have an intersection of this data, and there is also a major difference. You see how it bounces the ball density here, and how stable is here. Well, maybe it has very low amplitude. So you do not know which one is the most correct one. So let's suppose that this is the shallower where they measure the gas, where they detected the gas, they did with some more resolution or more carefully, whatever. Okay, so we're going to give priority to this curve. This curve will be placed on top of this one. This is all, well, it's not a constant, but it's almost a constant. It has less variability than this one. Okay, let's from there. Okay, so we have data, data, deeper. Okay, here is the region where we have collision. We have signals in both curves. There is a collision of depth, so we have to decide. One way is to use this as a priority curve, and this is a background curve. So we'll take this information from here, and when the more reliable curve ends, you don't have any other different choice but to take these readings. So we can take that merge. Okay, let's do that. So we have other choice, which is to take the average. In some cases, if you are not you cannot trust very much in which is the best curve, you are not sure this is the best or whatever, you can take the average. Take this one, take this, here we have collision, we have intersection, we will have the two signals at the same time for the same depth. You can take the average and see what happens. So let's do that. Here you can have, okay, function workflow. Those make density merge, and let's type merge density comma shallow curve is more reliable. There's one option, and we can have a different one. Density merge. So merge of density. We're merging the curves. Merge density. Average. Case of collisions. Okay, so go to the first one. So let's go gas density merge one. velocity, merge, average, something like that. Okay, so the first one, okay, you're going to select transforms. I think that one of the very last, this one. Okay, so we think that the most reliable, okay, we're going to merge this and this. That is the color number 6 and 18, and this is the more reliable, 6. So you put 6 in the top priority. You put 6 here, and the other one, six, and the other one was 18. Yeah, 6 and 18. 6 and 18. Okay, we check again, row B and row Z. Okay, we will put this for top priority. If there is collision, you will prefer the number 6. It will be on top of this one and see what happens. Okay, the curve 6 and 18. Calculate that and see how it behaves. That. Go to curves. Okay, it's function 13. Okay, let's compare all of them. That's this control 6, 18, and this one. The table. Okay, good. Okay, so in the shallowest part, you will have this brown curve. This the shallow one. You will repeat that. In the deepest part, you will copy. You will clone the deepest part. That's good. But what happens? The collision will both have the same signals. What happened here in the collision? Something like this one, this intersection, this collision. So we have to do something. So we already said that we decided to put more reliability to the shallowest curve. Okay, so where we have intersection, let's see. Okay, like this one. Okay, good. Okay, so when we have intersection, it will take a copy of the shallowest curve, this one. This will be ignored if there is a collision. Okay, that's one of the ways to merge. This is a copy of that one. When the shallowest curve finished or ends, then you cannot take that. Then now the merge will take in the copy of the deepest curve. So that's it. Another way to merge is perhaps taking the average, something like that. So we do similar to that. Okay, harmonics and transform. We go to take the average. Average of available curves. It was the 6 and the 18. 6 and 18. So when there are common values, when there are collisions, you can take one of the curve or the other, or take some average or some weighted average. So they will give the same average to the curve number 6 and 18. Compute that and see what happens. Okay, let's compare this one. 6 and the 18. So we take off. Okay, good. Let's check when there are collisions. When there are collisions, okay, like this. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, so this is the density merge to average. This is using the shallowest one, following the shallowest as the top priority. So here, okay, in this one we are following the top one, top priority, so we're copying this into this. This is copied into this. Now for the merge with average, where we don't have data, well, it is obvious. You take here this one and here this one. But when you have common values, the same that with different values, something like this one. Okay, you take this value, the average between this and this. Between this and this. No, sorry, between this and this. The average between this and this will give this average. That's good. That's very reasonable. You can take a different approach. So you may say that you trust more, say 2/3 reliability to the first curve and 1/3 to the second curve. So you're going to do now is something like put 6, 6, and 18. And you can average a larger amount of curve, maybe 10 or something. So this will place 2/3 of the weight to the first shallow curve and 1/3 to the other. Calculate that. And then we have this and this. 6 and 18. This one. Okay. We have common depths. Okay. Good. So this value is closer to the first one. It has 2/3 of weight here, 67%, and 1/3 of this. So this value is closer to 2.41 and 2.40. That's it. So that's how can we merge LAS curves. Good. So far what we have done now, we have taken the LAS file for the curve from the first LAS file and taken the curve from the other LAS file, and we have to merge two of those curves. That is up to you how to take the decision to merge. Take the top priority curve, discard the other one, make a manual addition, delete or something like that, or taking the average on a weighted average. We have seen the weighted average, and we have seen the merge using following the shallowest curve with more reliability. To take the shallowest on top of the deeper curve. Good. Now, how can we do with the core data? Okay. The core data is similar, but they are core points. We have to remember that. Okay, let's move to here to the upper right. That one. Good. You may save what you have done so far. Okay, go to curves. So, okay, let's import whatever we want. You remember the trends? We can import that. Okay, so let's export. These are the core points. These are the core points. You can put display numbers, something like that. And if you want, you can put the grid line. But you don't need that. So 7, 10, and 11. Okay. Let's import all the core points, but not the curves. So you hit export as points. We are not now into Excel. We are not in Excel, comma separated, but we're working this inside your oil itself. So this is our menu for importance for it are the first set of buttons, the first three. Okay, export as points. Call that core data. Core data. Okay. Remember the gaps. So your org should will honor the gaps. Now go to the target, this one, and import. Why is not an option that says import as points? Because it was already exported as points. So internally, Yoloi puts a flag on its files that it says, well, this is a pure curve, integrated curve, and this is a collection of isolated points. So it knows. So you simply hit import curves, and this one for data. This place there. Okay, have a look on those. Compare with this one. Have a look on those. Okay, perfect. You see the gaps. Everything is honored. Okay. Do you know? Okay. 9126.5. Good. Okay, perfect. That's good data. So you see the gaps are honored. If you made the initial export as a corpse, it will fill this, probably will fill this. Select and deselect. Everything here. Everything here. Okay. One thing we usually do is to move all the original data towards the shallowest part of the LS file. So the computed curves, which are these ones, there are computed curves, the right curves. So we can move. We suggest to move that to the very bottom, something like that. So you have to let whatever you want, and you move the curves. You reorder if you want. You're not obligated to do that. You may import this one. So remember how we display those. We have pour space, the trends, this one, let me see. Perfect. So we can import these curves. Let's see what happens. So you hit here on curves, deselect, well, let's export the collection of curves. This for the linear and the trends. Before. So export not as point but as curves. Trends. Export the trends. The trends. Export. Okay, now go here. Import curves trends. That's it. Good. So we may move this again to the very bottom if you want. And that's it. Now you may save. So we have all the data. Okay, now what happened with the other curves? You have to make a plot. Okay. So you remember with bulk density, this one 6, 18, and with that density match average, you remember that we made merge. We made a merge. Okay, so this is the final density you are going to use. This is the final density. A single curve with all the information already merged. Well, you have to do similar things to gamma ray. Okay, let's make a merge of gamma ray. Merge of gamma ray just to finish this video, which is very long by the way. Okay, so you go to function workflow, the list, maybe gamma ray merge or final gamma ray, whatever you want to mention. Gamma ray merge. Here we don't have collisions. Single gamma ray merge. You don't have collision, you can do overlay or the average. We don't have any collision, there is no problem at all. So maybe call this one simple gamma ray. The units are GAPI. GAPI merge gamma ray. Ray, transform. Okay, you may well go either with an average or with this one. We have a top priority. Any one is okay because we don't have any collision here. If you have some preference on the first curve, use this one. If you think the reliability is more or less the same, use this one. If you prefer high resolution or one reason to prefer one curve with another, use this one. So in this particular case, I think they are more or less the same. The curves where let's see. Okay, to catch a curve, you hit to this corner. Here on the question mark, and you make diagonally. You have so because the number 4 and the number 14. The number 4 and the number 14. Number 4 and 14. To verify that, okay, you hover the mouse, gamma ray from density. Okay, that's it. So put, okay, we have the mnemonic, the description, mnemonic, the unit, the description, we have everything, we have the equation, we do that. Okay, let's see what it did. This is the merge one, this is the number 4, and the other one, number 14. Okay, let's see on those, how it behaves. Edit table, and you see that, okay. The average of available curves, okay, it reproduces the first curve, towards the bottom, it reproduces the bottom one. Good, it is exactly the same values. And we have, when we have collision, oh, we don't have collision, of course. Should we have collision, we take the average. But here is no problem at all. So the merge is very obvious, very clear. Okay, thank you very much. Now let's see the final result. After those the final plots of something, you will get something like this. Final plot will have something like this. Well, you have to put a lot of equation on there, well, whatever, temperature, salinity, water saturation, a lot of stuff. But the nice thing is that you have only one LAS file with all the information for a collection of LAS files for the same well. All the code. So anytime you have a collection of LAS files per well, you should do this or something similar to this to become with a single, final, unique, only one LAS file per well and produce only one glog file per well. Okay, thank you very much.